The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55 Burgers, Shakes, and Fries. The Professional Fence Company. Our name says it all. No job too big or too small. Nunboys.com. And GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Welcome back to the Coaches Show in Pinecrest, Coach. The Patriots 8-2 on the season. Losses to Scotland County, Richmond County last week.
Pushed Scotland to the last, minute of the game.
Well, I tell you one thing. I've been saying it all year. I thought physically, Richmond was the most physical team in the conference. And I think it shows in space. And it was close the first half, but then Pinecrest ended up losing like 49-28, I think was the final score. They've got a special running back, Coach, as did Scotland. And when you look at our front seven, we got to stop this guy.
No doubt about it.
What kind of defense do they present, though?
They're a 3-4. Mm-hmm.
The opposite of what most everybody's been a 4-3. They're a 3-4.
Actually, most everybody's been a 3-4. Mm-hmm. They're a 3-4, very similar to us, very similar to Richmond, very similar to Scotland. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have 3 down linemen, 2 edge guys on each side, and 2 inside linebackers, primarily with a cover 2 shell. And they're solid. A lot of kids that have been in that program for 3-4 years.
They're one of those program situations.
Right, and and they're good at what they do. Very simple defensively, very simple offensively.
Probably the 3rd best team in the conference. We're gonna find out who the best is Friday night as Richmond takes on Scotland. Offensively, what do they do?
Split back veer. Mm-hmm. They are a split back veer team, as they have been since day one when Coach Metzger arrived. Quarterback is under center 90% of the time. They will spread it out on occasion, do some shotgun work, but they are a split back veer team. They will line up in the power eye. Right. They're a downhill run game team.
Strategically, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say a little bit about the special teams. They always have a good kicking game and a good field goal kicker. Typically, they got some of them soccer guys that are coming in there. So field position is going to be crucial. Always crucial.
Always crucial.
Even more so when you got a good special team.
No doubt about it.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Going into week 11, coaches strategically, those that have already punched their ticket to the playoffs, they're going to try to get their ones out as soon as possible, I would think.
If they're smart.
Because they don't know where they're going at this point and who they're going to play next week. How do you see Pinecrest playing it? Because we will have back Jacob rushing. When you talk about quarterback, I know that KJ Thorpe, he hurt his hip last Friday night. How's he doing?
He's good. He was released. When he went to the doctor.
It really looked bad Friday because he had to be carted to the bus after the game.
It did, but KJ, he took a shot on his hip, and you look at KJ, is certainly not as much padding on him yet as we hope to be able to put on him. But he's practiced every day. He's moving well, so we're planning with him.
Brandon Smith still not going to be back.
Still not cleared.
Okay, so he'll finish the season like that, which is tough. 24 seniors we started with on the year. How are these guys doing this week? How was practice? How was their motivation?
It was interesting. We tried to do some things to make it fun, and which really more so this week, primarily because everybody's realistic. Everybody knows that this is it.
Right.
And
they're playing, I guess they may have failed at number 8 in the state, but a ranked team that's going to come in here, as I said, probably the 3rd best team in the conference.
They're a good football team.
Yes.
They're a good football team. They got more wins than we got.
Yeah.
And, it's an opportunity for us to finish the season at home, finish the season in front of our home crowd against a good football team, and hopefully play good enough football and come away with a 1-game win streak going into next season.
Well, that's the point. Because bottom line, you got to play the game. The game is played on the field.
That's right.
We can talk about stats, we can talk about records, we can talk about who's 8-2, who's ranked. But bottom line, on Friday night we kick it off. That's why we play the game.
That's exactly right.
And the other thing is, you got a team like Pinecrest who has taken a couple lumps from Richmond and Scotland County, and they could very well be coming into this final game of the season with their heads sort of held up a little high, and so they could be looking past you thinking about the playoffs. So, therefore, if you've got those things in the bags that maybe you hadn't used this year, you're probably going to throw them out there, right?
We're going to throw some things out there.
Might as well be the kitchen sink.
Might as well.
Yeah.
At this point, we just open up the playbook.
How is Andre Bergese doing? Are you still going to do quarterback by committee? Because both of their play, I must say, in the last two games, KJ Thorpe and Andre Bergese, they've improved.
Well, and you know, when KJ went to quarterback, it was because we felt more comfortable moving Andre to receiver in certain situations, and Andre certainly has more snaps there than KJ or any of the other backups. So it was a no-brainer when we felt like we needed to try and make something on the perimeter and do something at receiver. You know, that was when we slid Andre out there and put KJ in. But, you know, right now, you know, KJ is still the starter, you know, today. You know, I'm sorry, not KJ, Andre. KJ will play. How much he will play at quarterback, it'll be determined by how the game evolves and you know, how successful we are with our game plan.
It looks to me like you have a great opportunity. Every time you get those three guys in the backfield, though, Chase Jackson, Norwood, maybe Douglas, and Quinn Maynard. When you got three people in the backfield, we tend to move the ball better.
Jacob's going to be back.
Don't forget about the rushing machine.
That kid named Rushing is going to be back there Friday.
But I mean, if he needs
Quinn's
to take
a great American, but he's going to be going in safety.
Right, but I'm saying when Jacob has to step out at some point. He can't play every snap Friday, I don't think. My gut says after he's been out this long, he's not going to be able to play every single snap.
I think
so when you can put those three back there, it's going to confuse them.
What's going to make these kids play, those that are seniors, this is their last gas.
This is it.
You're going to find them having
no-call
emotions, are going to be running high. And they're going to find that extra breath, that extra rep. You'll have to pull him off the field. You will have to pull him off the field.
I think you're right.
A couple others, I think.
You know,
I think so.
Coach, how are we looking injury-wise? As far as is Hoffman going to be back? I forget the kid's first name.
Right now, Dylan has not practiced this
Dylan
week,
Hoffman.
So we are planning without him.
And Smith.
Brandon is still a no-go.
Brandon Smith is out.
Donovan's good. Sean Small.
He's fine.
He got a little pumped up the other night. He was ready to roll. He had to settle him down a little bit.
Yeah.
As you look at overall, are you in the coin toss? We're going to take the ball. We're going to defer. And we're going to jump right out at it. You think, or what's been you feeling going into the last week? They're chomping at the bit because this is it.
You know, I don't know. I can't
see which way the wind blows.
You know, typically I defer.
Right.
And you know, if I had to say right now, I'd probably say I'm 92.5% sure we'll defer if we want to toss.
All right, we'll take that.
Coach Metzger's going to come in here Friday. Like I said, he's got a lot of special players. 8-2 on the season. We'll just have to see how it goes, Coach.
That's right.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the players of the week and, of course, the Ask the Coach segment. Got a couple of questions for you because we saw a great middle school game, Raz Archery tonight. So we'll be right back.